Now that we understand color relationships a little bit better, let's go ahead and discuss the psychology of color. Starting with warm and cool colors. Warm colors usually include red, orange, yellow, which are colors that we associate with things like fire and the sun. Then we have the cooler colors, which are violet, blue, and green. And these colors usually are associated with things that are cooler in temperature. Let's take a look at red. The color red is a warm color and is usually associated with things like passion, love, energy, and determination. This color grabs the attention of the eye right away. If you're looking at a design or, say, an advertisement, red is the first color your eye will go to. It's not a surprise that we use red for very important things, especially stoplights, as it demands your attention right away. Some studies have even shown that red can raise your blood pressure just a little bit and actually create a feeling of hunger. So interior designers usually never make a kitchen red, orange, or yellow. But some restaurants have taken advantage of this color psychology and used red and yellow in their advertising, most notably McDonald's. Orange is another warm color and also an attention grabber. Orange is used a lot in construction to warn people of wet floors, construction zones, etc. But orange can also convey energy and enthusiasm and is used a lot in advertising. Prior to the 14th century, England had no name color for orange. It didn't exist until oranges were imported. The word orange itself comes from the Arabic word naranj, which was shortened to orange. Before, people just called orange brown. There was no orange found in nature at that place at that time. And then we come to yellow. Yellow is another warm color, and it conveys warmth, energy, and happiness. Sometimes, though, yellow can be a bit too abrasive if used too much, as it is the brightest color on the spectrum. It can cause eye fatigue if used in text too much, and is best used with other colors that complement it. I think Van Gogh said it best when he said, "How wonderful yellow is, it stands for the sun." And now we come to the second most popular color, green. Green can invoke feelings of nature, safety, even envy or luck. And in most cultures, it is positive. For instance, in Chinese culture, the green of the jade is used to invoke beauty and virtue. It's also used in businesses that have to do with money and finances, like for instance, H&R Block. This helps their clients to relax a bit and not be too worried about their finances. It has been suggested that if you're having some stomach problems or a little bit stressed out, surround yourself with green, maybe at your workspace or at home, and this will help you relax a little bit more. And now we come to the color blue. Across the board, the most popular color. Blue has quite a bit of an effect on our psyche. The color blue can invoke feelings of stability, serenity, and calmness, which is why most banks use the color blue for this very reason. Blue, however, can also invoke the feeling of coldness or sadness, which is why we often refer to ourselves as being blue when we're sad. But blue is also shown to lower your blood pressure and is the least effective color for inducing hunger. So blue might be the perfect color scheme for your kitchen. Now I want to stop here because you might be expecting the next color to be indigo. As we learned in school, the acronym Roy G. Biv, that I stands for indigo. Originally named and defined by Isaac Newton, indigo is actually a dye made from a plant that was the only type of dye people back then had to color their clothes with. So it stuck for a while, but technically it really is blue-violet. And last but not least, we come to violet, which is also commonly referred to as purple, and it has quite an interesting history and effect on our psyche. In ancient days, violet purple was a very hard color to find in nature, so only people of high status in the aristocracy adorned purple in their clothing. Violet can represent rarity, royalty, mystery, and piety. about the effects that white has on our psyche. White in the visible spectrum contains all colors and can convey feelings of purity and safety and innocence. White is used very sparingly in compositions because it is so bright. You only want to use it in highlights and places where you want to convey these types of feelings. Some of the more negative aspects to white can be loneliness or emptiness. And then we come to black. On the visible spectrum, black is the absence of all color, and we can use this very sparingly along with white to create contrast and also invoke feelings of boldness, empowerment, luxury, and sophistication. Black, however, can invoke some negative feelings like of death and mourning, and in many cultures this is the case. However, in ancient Egypt, black was the color of life and rebirth. So it really just depends on how you decide to use black in your compositions. Color has a major impact on the viewer's psychology, and we don't usually notice, but every design has a message to send, and some of the colors are there specifically to express those ideas and sway your emotions without even saying a word. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when we release new videos. Thanks so much for watching.